Welcome back to another week of Beyond the Trenches presented by One Mic Media. We're here today to discuss the NFL Week 9. All the trends, all the scores, all the wins, all the losses, our predictions, what came true, what didn't came true, and to give our predictions for the next week. Got to do this, of course, the start we do every week with my usual suspects, the team for Beyond the Trenches. Starting first and foremost with my man, Daryl. What's good, Daryl?
What's good, Mike? What's good, you, bro?
I gotta bring the Steelers fans in first, man. We get priority over here, stuff like that.
Moves were made, and we set ourselves right. Get ready for the second half. Ready to go.
Plus, you gotta have like a high note with a good team. They gotta bump teams and shit. My man Jeff and shit like.
Yeah, I know y'all to be 9-8. Talk about week 20th season, not losing. Let's go.
Meanwhile, we 6-2 lead our division, but we ain't gonna talk about that. But you know what I mean. It's good to have you back, Jeff. After your
I feel you.
Your
That's
experience.
the biggest tour in the strip.
Witnessing y'all team losing in person. But anyway, last but not least, gotta get it. I mean, happened to my dad too last year, so I get it. But my man Jordan, what's good, Jordan?
You.
I feel bad for you last week, man, because
Whoa.
Because he missed talking about the Eagles because he had the issues. So
I thought you were talking about when he smacked you in fantasy.
Me and Daryl talked about the Eagles.
Was that a Mike Pack?
You know what? Hey,
damn.
Fantasy update. I'm
I
happy.
thought that was going to slide this week, huh?
Listen, I
wasn't even going to bring it.
I thought that was going to slide.
I want to keep a minute.
I wasn't going to bring that up.
Gotta let it go. Hey, look, man.
Mike, that was not me, brother.
Listen, I'm solidified in the top half. I ain't moving nowhere, so I'm good. Trust me.
Nah, I hear you. I hear you. But nah, it was a good week, though, Mike. I mean, it was another good week. You know what I'm saying? Bishop Sycamore took a W, and the Eagles took another W. So it was a good week, bro.
Yo, how you going to console him? Come on, all right, come on, man.
Like, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I mean,
I know what happened to me. I had about 70 points on my bench again. So I just gotta, you know what I mean?
Well, that is on you, but
that's on you.
Yep, that's on you. That's your fault. You took an L.
I don't want to hear that shit.
J.K. Dobbins, 24 points on the bench, but okay, it happens.
Well, that's again on you.
On you. And hold on, and Jordan had a donut player in the starting lineup.
Chill.
Yikes!
Chill. Yo, start the show.
He had a donut in the starting lineup.
It was bad coaching move. Santa told me to say, know what? Hold on. Let's talk about how Vegas made the call and Puka got ejected in the first quarter. And stuff like that.
Ejected for
slapping a nigga.
He barely punched. He barely punched.
That's what cost me the game.
I mean, that's your fault for accepting the trade. You should have knew, your player's character. That's only.
Wow. Okay.
You need to do some more investigative research. Character
right?
Of your athletes.
Vegas made the call. We know what happened and shit. Got Puka up out of there. Just like that. Killed my shit, but it's okay. I'm not okay because, niggas on the bottom last time I checked. I try to be nice to this nigga, but. You know what I mean? Listen, I told you.
Bro, I get it, yo. What do you mean?
Hold on.
Nice, nigga.
I told you.
It's right. I had to do that, nigga.
Hold on. I told you. 2 years in. Listen, if you finish the season 2 years in a row as last, you got to retire, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Like, that's bad.
No way, bro. Like, look at Aaron Rodgers. Look how shitty he's been the last 2 fucking years. I'm not retiring. I'm not doing shit. I'm doing this shit till I die, nigga. What is he talking about, nigga?
2 years last place diabolical, though, bro. I'm just saying.
Nigga, I got one chip. Nigga, I'm in this shit till I die. You feel me? I'm gonna get my belt right now. It's upstairs.
2 years back to back too. Not like two. Like that's wild, bro. Like,
it's all right. I'm trust the process.
All right,
trust the process.
I guess you rebuild it. Jeff got a W.
Yeah, for sure.
For him.
Back to back.
I don't know what happened against you, bro. Like,
and honestly, full disclosure, maybe next year we start keeper leagues because we technically do have like 7 legit people in this fantasy who will be here like every year. So we should start
keeping the same players.
Yeah, keeping and then you being able to trade picks and shit like that.
Especially after a year like this, I want a whole new start next year.
Well, yeah, facts, but only keep him for 2 years straight. You feel me? And then we recycle.
We'll vote on it. We'll see. But
I keep like 1 or 2 players, but that's
I'm voting no right now.
Shots out to MLT for beating Les.
Why are you?
So, but Anyway, let's start with the show.
Players.
First and foremost,
Jeff,
you don't like his players. That's why.
Jeff had a
I
bad
had
week. Jeff
don't
had a bad week.
worry.
I mean, he it was
Did
his
win.
birthday. It was his birthday.
Did win.
He saw his Raiders took it. So like he pre-birthday took an L in Vegas.
How?
Pre-birthday.
Man,
You know what I mean? So Jeff is a
I was
little bit
outside,
upset.
man. I don't know about y'all, man. I was
Did you
outside.
gamble? What you do in Vegas, Jeff? Caught a show?
Yeah, I hope
you
not.
know,
I
I
hope
chilled
not,
my ladies,
'cause-
you know. Chill, went to the game, ate good, saw the strip,
I like
you know,
that.
saw some
I
shows.
like that.
Okay.
What y'all ate?
You know what I'm saying?
What y'all ate? Shout the people out. Shout the restaurants out. What y'all
No free promo here. They don't shout us out. They don't shout us out. We ain't shouting nobody out. Like,
ate? Yeah, nigga, crazy.
All right, let's start with Monday Night Football, man. The
All
Chiefs
right.
did beat the Bucks in overtime. They got the coin toss. Baker knew what it was, but we did see D Hop getting tied the Chiefs offense, and you got to look at. Of course, let me start with Jeff because he had a great game. Kelsey and Mahomes for him. So how you felt about the Chiefs and the Bucks in OT?
I mean, you know, the Bucks, they bad, man. I mean, they average, the defense is giving up 27 points a game. That's bottom half of the league, actually bottom 5 in the league. So I was expecting that this was going to be a game where the Chiefs lit it up. I think this is one of them games where Andy figured, let's try out our new toys. Let's see what we got here. They was able to hold ahead and get busy. The Bucks just in a bad position. You know, like I said, they lost their 2 top playmakers. Baker left the game with a toe injury. That's what we're hearing on the injury reports now. You got a lot of going on in Kansas City. You got Kareem Hunt looking like the flash.
The old Kareem, right?
Yeah, they didn't gave him the fountain of youth, and that formula is going to work for Kansas City. But this game was interesting. It's like you damned if you do, if you damned if you don't. You go for 2 at the end and you miss it, and then you lose. They say you should have kicked the 1. You kick the 1, and then you got to risk giving this guy the ball. And I think last time I checked, I think he's like 8-0 in overtime games where he gets the ball first. Yeah, and he just really.
You said what?
He's like 8-2 in overtime games when he gets the ball first. Like, he don't even give cats a chance. So
yeah,
that's gonna be an interesting dynamic. What are they now? 8-0 now? They're going down the back stretch of their season. Looking pretty good. He got 2 good games back to back. Which is going to be impressive for him to kind of get the ball rolling. I think D Hop is opening up the ability to have one of those possession receivers, especially in the red zone. I think the Chiefs struggled a lot in the red zone with trying to get touchdowns, missing Rashee Rice, and because everybody's going to double Kelsey, but having D Hop is crazy. And again, that defense, I was shocked by the Chiefs by giving up 24 points. I was expecting them really to lay the smackdown on the Bucks. Because, like I said, they don't have any pass catchers. The backfield is terrible between White and what's the other guy for
Bucky Irvin.
Bucky Irvin.
Yeah, Bucky Irvin.
Nah,
They're splitting
Bucky
carries.
bro.
No, they're not. They splitting carries. They splitting plays. They're not playing well at all. Trust me. I just looked it up. I was looking it up for the show. They're not doing well in the backfield.
Yeah,
a lot of Baker. And that's why I asked. I mean, it was like, is it possible for Baker to win Most Improved Player? Because he has been lighting it up.
I'm just saying,
Yeah,
Bucky a
I
good
think
back.
so.
I
It
ain't saying he
could
was
be.
using a lot, but Bucky a good back. If you watch.
He all right. He just not ready yet. And like I said, they
Aaron Rodgers lost
put Rashad White on Desert Island. Like, what happened to him? He was starting off good in the beginning of the season.
He
scored.
scored.
Who? He got a catch, a run.
It was a catch play.
Yeah.
But he hasn't been
scored.
as consistent as he was getting touches and getting scores as he was in the
Last
beginning
year.
of the season.
Yeah.
I mean, they're on the slide now. They're 4-5. They basically lost the grip of the NFC South at this point. That was a must-win game for the Buccaneers to even kind of stay in the race because the Falcons are 6-3 and now they're 4-5. So, but it was a very interesting game. The weather was inclement. Andy Reid just proves more and more that he is a play calling genius, probably one of the greatest play callers of our era. He'll go down in history as that. If you, in my book, I still believe that. And I think it's beware the Chiefs, man. Beware the Chiefs. You give Dr. Evil more toxins to create chemistry with. They might, have a nuclear bomb on their hands.
Daryl, your thoughts on the Chiefs and the Bucks, bro?
Yeah, man. For me, I think this was the best game from just Mahomes and just really the offense in general, really. First game, Mahomes, no interceptions. And it was just overall like a balanced attack, like running and throwing. I never felt like the Chiefs were in jeopardy of losing. It felt like they were in control entire game. I think they ran 30 more plays Had 15 more minutes of possession. So it was just a matter of them getting the ball last and doing what they always do. Like I saw in the right when the OT started at the coin toss, you saw once when Baker lost the decision to get the ball first, he rolled his eyes like he already knew what it was. So
right, he knew it was cooked.
yeah, so but I did think it was over for the 3-peat once Mahomes went down. Like that was an awkward step. I thought it was a knee at first, like that awkward step, non-contact. I thought it was a knee, but ended up being ankle. He ended up walking it off and finished the game. So that was a scare there. But definitely it was nice to see Diop and Mahomes get on the same page. Only 2 games in, like that's just veteran type of caliber right there. Because you see with Xavier Worthy, they had that first good game in the beginning of the year, but they kind of been struggling to be on that same page. So definitely a good pickup. And they're gonna be scary come playoff time. Because I was just thinking when Jeff was talking about this run game with Hunt, when they get Pacheco back, they're gonna have like a Lions type of run offense. With like Hunt, he can be like the Montgomery, and then Pacheco, even though he's more physical than Gibbs, he can still catch in that backfield. So they're gonna be crazy. That and then if they get like Hollywood back, they get Juju back, or there's another receiver. Or Worthy, if they build a better connection by the end of the year, that's what's going to make them even better. I don't think he's coming back. He got the ACL.
They say he's not coming back.
No,
he's towards ACL.
Yeah. Because Mahomes died.
No, that was
Hollywood and Juju coming back though. So.
Yeah,
they get one or two of them back, especially with Pacheco. That's going to be crazy.
Wow.
And the defense, definitely giving up 24 points was not something we're used to, but they didn't give up too much. I feel like they kind of maybe played down to the competition. I still going to trust that defense. They've been playing. That's been the best part of the Chiefs for almost going on 2 years now. So I thought they were going to make a move on defense too, by maybe bringing in the corner, but they feel confident what they have. And with the Bucks, unfortunately, this is a third straight loss for them. They look good in the beginning, but just injuries unfortunately messed up their year. It was about to be a real competitive division with the 3 other teams, but it looks like Falcons going to run away with that. But good championship showing from the Chiefs. Again, was always in control and got the job done.
All right, Joe, your thoughts on the game, bro?
So the first thing I just want to add is shout out to Kareem Hunt and shout out to Overtime because he cashed my ticket.
Money on the table.
Yeah, the late touchdown ended up cashing my ticket.
Nice.
As far as the Chiefs, like I go into every game pretty much expecting them to win the game. Mahomes is just when it comes down to crunch time, like he's goated. Like he's gonna walk right down the field, make the right plays, and win the game when any means necessary. They're built to be able to beat you in any sort of way, any way you want to, try to play them. They have a counter for you. And then when they get fully healthy, it's going to be one of the most underrated, skilled position groups in the NFL when they actually get fully healthy with Juju and Hollywood Brown actually coming back, having Worthy, having DeAndre Hopkins, Travis Kelsey, Isaiah Pacheco, and Kareem Hunt. The defense, I'm not too concerned about the defense. When you look at those points that were scored, they were late in the game, where Tampa pretty much ran 2 minute down the field, and 2 minute, there's no, it's react, it's just playing. There's no thinking. So I could see how they were able to actually get that done. To be honest, and Baker is one of those quarterbacks where in a 2 minute drill he thrives at that because he is a playmaker, and that's what the 2 minute, is all about. But
What game was you watching? Because they was up 17-10, and the Chiefs had to go down and score.
And then they scored, and then the Chiefs went down again and scored. And then Tampa got the ball back, and they scored. You feel me? But they had time to do that.
It wasn't the garbage points, though, but all right.
I mean, I feel you.
Yeah.
But Tampa, Tampa is just, they're going to be cooked if they don't have their top weapons, and their defense has been Swiss cheese all season. So, you feel me? Like, they definitely are screwed for that division. They might be able to make a run at the wild card, maybe, because they have a chance to be better than Dallas. If we win the division, Commanders are going to be in the playoffs, so that's one spot.
So they have still have a shot to make the playoffs. But they gotta start to put together some winning games for them to be able to do that now, or it's cooked.
Yeah, they're cooked.
They're
They're still they're still lacking those receivers. I mean, shouts out to Cade Otton. I like he been a big role for them, but they need more weapons and stuff like that. Even though I mean Baker playing his best, but I think he make mistakes because he lacking receivers a lot. Right now especially.
No turnovers this game though.
Yeah, which was good. For him. I think they called
no turnovers.
I think they called a good offensive game. It's just the Chiefs are a better team. They got more weapons. They got last year. The Chiefs, man, like I said, everything I said is true. Great play calling, great roster. Defense had one bad slip up, I guess, but they'll be right back, I think, next week. We're gonna see the Chiefs in the second half of the season. Yeah, I think Mahomes is fine. Yeah, Daryl on that situation. But it is cool to see
Paul Pierce team.
It is cool to see D Hop.
I think he was a little dramatic. Once he knew he wasn't that serious, he tried to. He almost got carried off the field. Then he started jogging to get the crowd all hype. It was a little dramatic in there.
Paul Pierce.
D Hop and those red zone plays are big. You know what I mean? Because he's able to get open. And I feel like the receivers he had before wasn't able to, and they were able to double down on Kelsey. So I feel like that's helping him out a bit. Worthy is a speedster, but he's not a good receiver, at least not yet. And he might need some time. I don't know, but
he's a deep threat right now.
Just runs fast. He does. Known for possession, catching like in the trap.
I think. I mean, he's got to get stronger.
Yeah,
he had that touchdown, but he's got
to get
where he was. He's stepped out of bounds. That was an easy touch.
Walking Hollywood as a speedster, it will be good because he's probably a better receiver than Worthy is at least right now.
Oh yeah.
So I feel like that's gonna be good for them. We're gonna see, man. We're gonna see how this AFC shaping up. It's a lot of, I don't know, a lot of things happening. So I mean,
D Hop was the most impactful, move that was probably made.
I gotta see what the Lions.
I don't know. I can't confirm with that. Not yet.
I mean, this is pretty.
And I gotta see Mike Williams.
I would say, in my opinion, I feel like slow down. I feel like, in my opinion,
slow down. You're right.
Take it easy. Take it easy. Slow down. But I mean, I feel like we were asking for this 2-3 years ago when D Hop was we all wanted D Hop to go to the Chiefs. I've been waiting to see this. Because
it's crazy. He decided on his own to go to Tennessee.
Yeah, because he wanted the money. Dude, you could have been in Kansas City from Rick if you just would have took less bread. You would have had 2 rings already.
I think it's risky though that he go there now in the year where they're trying to go for the 3-peat and no team in NFL history has ever done it. Chiefs made a wide receiver acquisition. Chiefs made a wide receiver acquisition the last 3 years too at the trade deadline. So we're gonna really see they added Juju last year, I think, and then the year before
Tony, they did Kadarius Toney too last year.
Right. They added Tony, Juju, then now him. So that'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, and they got the Bills coming up soon, so we're gonna see.
That's the game that's gonna be
the only test
but that's the biggest test, right? Yeah. We'll talk about that later though.
Yeah, we will. All right, moving forward, man. I skipped over the Sunday night game. That's interested in me, but I did go to the Eagles Jags, which was on Sunday early. Eagles did wind up beating the Jags despite Nick Sirianni's blunders. We saw it kind of come down to the wire with a late from Sunshine. But I don't know, Jordan. I'm gonna let you go because you missed last week. I want you to come this week talk about your Eagles, bro.
I mean, I'm cool that we obviously got the W. Nick, at this point, we know they are not going to be as good as of a team as they can be because of their coach. So that is why I am not really impressed about the last 3-4 games. I really don't want to hear that we beat a Bengals team that has a good offense. The Bengals are not a good team, in my opinion. And they still didn't have T. Higgins in that game when they played us. And then you want to talk about they blew out the Raiders. No offense, the Raiders are not that good. So I'm not really too. I expected the Eagles to win the games that they have won recently because these teams are not that good. What I am happy about is they have started to look offensively more of what they look like on the Super Bowl run.
Still talking about that?
We lost him. Go ahead, Jeff.
Fucking Wi-Fi. So
Damn,
I mean,
everybody's fucking trying to call me. My bad, bro. Everybody keeps trying to fucking call me.
It's that Sickaville service.
Go ahead, Jordan. My fault, Jeff.
Nah, everybody just keeps trying to call me. Lost my day and fucked me all up, man. But nah, I'm happy that they look like offensively with running the ball, like right on a 2-to-1 clip. Like you're running the ball on first down, second down, third down. You're running the ball on first down, second down. Like you're trying to run the ball up the field. Like, right. Stop all this, like, you know what I'm saying? Trying to have Jalen throw the ball every down. No. So that is I'm excited about. But if Sirianni doesn't start to change what he does and his imprint on the team and making these decisions, like it's going to come to a point to where, like in the playoffs, we're going to lose a game because of it. And then if we do, that's likely your job because they still actually have a Super Bowl caliber roster. I'm not saying that they have a Super Bowl caliber team right now. But they have a roster that can play with any team in the NFL as long as they do what they are supposed to do. You run the football, you let Jalen Hurts RPO, play action, and you can rush the passer when you have time on your hands when you're up on the score. So the defense can play differently. I need to see that against a good team for me to say, okay, they look like Super Bowl contenders because I'm still not fully 100% on them being real Super Bowl contenders.
All right, Jeff, you can go now.
So what I like, Jalen Hurts is balling. Last 4 games, no turnovers, no interceptions, no fumbles. Last 5 games, no interceptions. He did have 2 fumbles 5 games ago, which is good. Last game, he had some touchdowns. He had a rushing touchdown, over 50 yards rushing. He's actually putting himself in a better position to play really well. We all know the Jaguars are done. Ever since they spent a month over in England, we knew they were cooked. I guess we call this the Dougie P Bowl. The Eagles versus the Jaguars. They unveiled this, the statue outside. So that was a good thing. But I like what Jalen Hurts is doing right now. He's protecting the ball. He's not turning it over. He's getting the playmakers the ball. Truly, the acquisition of the offseason has to be Saquon Barkley at this point. Another 125 plus touchdowns, 20 carries. They're giving him the ball as they should on a regular basis because he is a premier back. I don't know what the New York Giants were thinking, but they damn sure bumped their heads on the ceiling when they were getting out the bed. But, that's the thing I take away from this. Jalen Hurts is looking really good right now. Over 200 yards, over 50 yards, touchdowns rushing, touchdowns throwing. Saquon Barkley is like one of 2 players with 1 receiving touchdown and 1 rushing touchdown on the entire season so far. So he's having a great deal. I guess they finally forgiven him for the drop early in the season. They've gotten past those woes. Now, look. Sirianni going, what did he go for 2-3 times?
3.
I don't know if that's a bad thing.
What?
Mike, we killed Dan Campbell for going for it last season, like all his risk last season, and look how they're turning out. So
wait. Did you watch the game?
I did. But he still came out on top. Like
Okay.
I can't.
I
I'm
mean,
not mad at the risk he's taking because he wants to win. He's showing that, and he's got to show the team that he's willing to take those risks for them to win.
Jeff, real quick, can I just ask you a question real quick?
Sure.
When do you believe a different quarterback at the end of that game wins that game for the Jaguars? Do you think if Joe Burrow is the quarterback on that, if that's Joe Burrow in that scenario, does Joe Burrow win that game? And I'm asking all y'all. Because if the answer is yes, then that is Sirianni's fault.
They definitely kept the door open for the other team.
Yeah, they left the door open, but that's woulda, coulda, shouldas all day, everywhere. What ifs, woulda, possiblies. Let's talk about what really did happen. They didn't win the game. So Sirianni does look a little risky, but he came out with the W. His team is on a winning streak. His quarterback's playing really, really good at this point after all the talk of them clashing. So that's really the highlight of it. The Jaguars were lowly. The Eagles should have beat them. We shouldn't even be discussing how close it was. They should have been predetermined to beat the Jacksonville Jaguars.
That was because of the coach.
in the Kelly Green jerseys. It's like they Kelly Green jerseys is like the Incredible Hulk joints. They just unbeatable in them.
That was because of the coach, though.
Either way you look at it,
The score would have been fucking 30-0.
Either way you look at it, quarterback's playing fantastic. The coach is doing what he's got to do. He's a risk taker. He's trying to save his job. It is what it is. I don't see any shame in that. I see him going for the risk. Hell with it. If he makes him, he's great. If he misses him, we kill him. So what he made him. It is what it is, man.
He didn't make it, but anyway, Daryl.
He won.
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I said it this after the Browns game. I needed to see the Eagles with the schedule they had coming up, just taking care of business against the weaker opponents they had coming up. And I feel like they did that. I feel like just in the beginning of the season, the talk was more of the Eagles players not playing well, like Hurts, just dumb decisions, Saquon with the drop pass, Bradbury getting cooked every week. So I feel like that was just the talk of the Eagles. Now that's kind of quieted down, and now all the focus on the coaching decisions.
Well, Slave's getting barbecued.
I should have said both of them.
Like 4 years
now. Bradbury ain't touching.
Both of them been getting fried soy sauce for 4 years now, bro.
But Bradbury barely touching Phil all season.
Go ahead, Daryl.
But that's quieted down. The rookie Quentin Mitchell, he's balling.
DeJean too.
DeJean, he's playing well too. So
CJ be getting cooked too sometimes.
They all these niggas get cooked.
They do. They all do. Like.
But I feel like Hurts, he just making better decisions, taking care of the ball. And I feel like all this is without his security blanket. I do feel like Dallas Goedert was like a sort of security blanket for him. Like if all else fails, if AJ Brown not open, if he can't find Smith, then he can just lean on Goddard. And without him, he's still taking care of the ball. And they still keeping Saquon involved as well, getting him over 20 touches a game, keeping Jalen Hurts like under like 25 passes. So they're doing a good job, the player wise. I do feel like the coaching can get in the way against better teams and crunch time situations. I don't know if it's like overconfidence or trying to be the smart guy, or I don't know what it is, but I don't see the reason of not taking the points when you have them and only going for extra point when you need to. Like I just don't understand as far as like you're just trying to end the game as quick as possible, or I just don't know what it is. But if the points are there, you just gotta take it, make the game easier instead of making the game more difficult, because that's exactly what happened. Gave the Jags a chance, even after Eagles having over 20 more plays than them, over 17 more minutes controlling the ball. So definitely the score should have been more difference there just based off of that. But as far as the Jags, they just trash. Like just the roster, the GM. I feel like this should be the first to go. Just not building this team around your franchise quarterback. Etienne, he's had a down year. I'm not sure what's going on there. I'm not sure if it's injuries or what it is, but I do like Brian Thomas and Evan Ingram. Like that's some good pieces, but that's basically Lawrence's only options. After that is nothing else really to work with. And then
he's done for the year.
Oh yeah, he's done. Yeah,
he cooked niggas.
Yeah.
Yo, did on a 6,000 yards?
I had him.
He cooked me too.
Christian Kirkwood's crazy. Like
I feel like he's been consistent with that, but oh well, is what it is. But they just headed into an off season of a lot of changes. I think the GM and coach is going to go. They're just going to try to find a way to either build around Lawrence or wait out his contract and make him go start the rebuild there. But they're in a bad situation. And for the Eagles, this was going to be a test coming up, but even with Dak, I still feel like the Cowboys didn't really have a chance. They got some chance tests coming up with the Commanders after we play them. So I feel like the Eagles just overall has improved since the beginning of the year, but now they got, as far as what I'm thinking, they got the first test out of the way with beating teams that they were supposed to beat. Now the next step is beating teams that are competitive, that you gotta get that gonna be in your way of where you want to go at the end of the year.
All right, let me go here, man. So I feel like that everything y'all said is true. I like what George said about the running game, the 2-to-1 clip. I think the running game is helping everybody on the team. It's helping Hurts, but it's also helping the defense. I still don't know how great the defense is, but they're not on the field that much because they killing time possession. So that helps them out, a lot. I feel like Kellen Moore is calling some great calls. He's doing a good job. You know what he's doing. Hurts, like you said, Jeff.
About time.
Not turning the ball over. He's been good. Saquon been good. The receivers showing up. But I think Nick Sirianni is a big problem. Sorry, bro. I think he'll cost him a playoff game. I think he's that bad, honestly. And it wasn't even like the 2-point conversion. You talking about that? It was the fourth down plays. It was the kicking the 57-yard field goal. It was the not kicking the other field goal. He had like 6 fucked up calls that game.
What was wrong with the 57-yard field goal? He's got one of the best kickers in the league.
I mean, yeah, but it was just the fact that he hadn't. I mean, like I get the field goal. He is one of the best. He's had a down year, but I don't mind. I didn't mind the field goal. Right. But you should have. But it's the fact that you didn't take the extra points and then you went for it on fourth too many times where you could have took the points.
Right.
Right then and there, and that happened. And then
he went for it on fourth inside the red zone and then got stuffed or whatever like that.
And that already has cost him a game.
You losing points left and right, bro.
That already cost him a game against the Falcons. You feel me?
Yeah.
Bro. Even though people do want to bring to the Saquon drop and shit, I get he dropped the ball. But if Nick takes the points in all areas, no matter what the Falcons ever did, the game was over. So you have to take the points.
Kellen Moore runs the offense. Fangio runs the defense. His job is in-game decisions. And that's the job that he's not good at, yo. I swear to God.
Right.
It's real bad. And I'm just like, bro, it's okay. It's 16-0, whatever it was. And why are you going for 2? I don't understand.
You're trying to make statements instead of
a 3-score game. 6-0 keeps it 2 scores. Like, it's just like dumb.
And shit. It was 0, and they hadn't scored. Like, the Jags were doing nothing on offense. Like.
I don't know what you're doing. Secondly, I want to say, like, the tush push is a great weapon and all, but there's nothing wrong with just giving it to Saquon Barkley. You can do that sometimes. Just give him the ball. Like, it's okay.
But it's also not the same without Kelsey either. I mean, like, it's
that
still,
part too.
Like, yeah, it's
bro,
like,
you got a great back. Yeah. Just turn the ball, turn around. Give him the ball. It's okay. Like, you know what I mean?
Facts. It's so just because Jalen Hurts squats 600 pounds, like he ain't gonna do it all the fucking time.
You can be traditional
anymore.
You know what I mean? But anyway, I just feel like the Jaguars that play. I agree with Jordan. If that was Burrow, Mahomes, Allen, even Lamar, they gonna score on that last drive. They threw. First of all, they didn't have to throw to the end zone. It was first and goal. With 147 left, why is your first pass to the end zone, bro? Matter of fact, you want to leave less time for the Eagles. They should have actually ran the ball on that first down. Like, I don't know.
Nah, it was close. Nah, when he threw the pick, there was less time on the clock than 1 minute 47 when he threw the pick. It was less time on the clock, I believe.
I don't think so. We're gonna check that. But either way, he ain't had to throw towards the end zone on that play. I think that Sunshine kind of panicked or whatever like that, Lawrence. Mm-hmm. But he could have cost him the game, like you said, Jeff. A dub is a dub is a dub. So
Dub's dub.
We don't give him that, and you should know you don't get no dub. So you should know about that. But at the end of the day, I've been saying this about Nick for 2 years. You know what I mean? Because I be watching the Joker. I just be watching him like, yo, this guy.
You watch the Eagles, but you hate us. Why you watching?
Because you hate him. What do you mean? That's the whole point. When you hate a team, you watch them and critique the hell out of them. Like, you butcher them.
Yeah, he breaking down game situation, everything. Like,
well, he did, when the trainer come out, like
he didn't watch close enough. It's my team, and it was less time on the clock, nigga.
How much you would have bet?
Man, go back to the film.
All right, I put all 22 in your ass.
Yeah.
But anyway, I watch them because the local game I get.
Plus, the local game, yeah. Fuck out of here, nigga.
You talking about when the Jags was at the goal line and they were trying about to score?
The first and goal, the first down.
Yeah, it was 142.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm watching it right now.
You watching it right now?
Yeah, I'm talking about it. But anyway, we're gonna see what happens. They're gonna kill the Cowboys. I feel like the game with the Commanders should be for the division. I mean, after we beat the Commanders this week, you know what I mean, you're gonna be pretty much tied, and I think it should be for the division at that point. Once y'all beat them, if y'all beat them, I don't know what's gonna happen, honestly. Then y'all should take it forward. But the playoffs against Detroit, against some of the other playoff teams, we're gonna see if Knicks, because Jags had a hard time scoring. So if you get a high scoring team like Green Bay, Detroit wants to take advantage of those miscues of Sirianni, that's gonna be a problem to me. So we're gonna see. But he's the only problem though. The offense is really, really good. Like, it's really, really good. Saquon. As far as the Giants are concerned, like, I mean, Saquon would have did what with the Giants? Still had him in nowhere. So I feel like either way, you know what I mean? Right. So you know what I mean? They gonna be. I don't know how mad they should be or sad because one, he gonna run to the fucking championship regardless of shit like that. So I feel like it's whatever. But moving forward, let's see what's the next topic here.
Lions, Packers.
Lions, Packers, yeah. Speaking of the Packers and Lions, Packers, man, this is supposed to be like a better game. It was an NFC North game, but Lions, man, they really, showed their muscle there. Let me start with you. No, I told you last time. Start with you, Jeff. About the Lions and Packers.
I think that was I might be on the Detroit Lion bandwagon at this point because of this game. It was an outdoor game. We all know Jared Goff is 37, 28, and 1 outdoors. He's 62% completions. He's got 103 touchdowns, but 72 turnovers. He doesn't typically play well outside versus being in the dome, playing 27 of 20, 101 passer rating, 83 touchdowns, 37 interceptions. And I think he needed that game to win that and kind of like create some mental stability with playing outdoors because, I don't anticipate them having to play outdoors in the playoffs, but it's always good to. It's always that is Mike. Yes, that is Mike, top tier hater for sure.
I actually get good analysis about the Eagles. Anyway, go ahead. Man.
Anyway, yeah. So I think that was a great game for Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions. They showed a lot of moxie. Jordan Love just hasn't been the same. I don't know if it was the injury. I think maybe the expectations. I'm hearing people say he reminds them of young Josh Allen, and that's really telling me that he turns the ball over. He has had 2 wild turnovers this season that ended up being touchdowns, which was the one when he was in the end zone and just tried to throw it away, and he just grabbed it and ran it in. And then he had the other wild pass that was another interception. So he still has more time. I really had him as an MVP candidate this year, but obviously he needs more time. All right, yeah, whatever. So, but, it was a good game for Detroit. Detroit is so well balanced. They run the ball well. They have pass catchers. Now adding Zadarius Smith on that line to cover up for Aiden Hutchinson missing. It might not have the same impact, but it'll have some sort of impact on pressuring the ball. At this point, they've lost a lot of their sack prowess because Hutchinson had 7 sacks, and they only have like 5 or 4 since he's been out. And that's going to be a thing that might cost them. So adding that piece could be beneficial. But, like I said, this was a Jared Goff thing. He had 83 yards the game before this game. This game he came out, showed out pretty well, showed that he isn't just a dome quarterback. And not really, the Lions have the clear path right now to. They look so well rounded, so balanced, offense, defense, wide receivers, running backs. They have Laporta, who really hasn't had a great season based on last year's statistics, but this game here was really the showing of the who owns the guard in the NFC North and the young guy that's trying to get it, and that's where they stand with that. But Detroit is going to have some really tough challenges going forward. I don't want them to get cocky and feel themselves. You know what I'm saying? We know Dan Campbell's a risk taker. He must be a hell of a motivator too. He might be the best coach in the NFL. I know some of those guys will disagree, but you know what I'm saying?
Say anything again.
hey, I'll just tell you what it looks like. The Green Bay Packers have a lot to go. They need to get a number 1 receiver in the offseason. I don't know how this division is going to turn out. They got 3 teams right now with 6 wins. There's only 1 team that is not have 6 wins. It's going to be a really, really convoluted division running down towards the end. This game was the actual key piece for the Detroit Lions to kind of get the leapfrog ahead of the Green Bay Packers and holding the division lead, making sure that they can put their stranglehold around that. So, I was really impressed by Jared Goff's play. It was inclement weather in Green Bay. All of that factor in with all of the history that Jared Goff has playing outside versus in the dome. This was a really monkey off the back game for me, and I was really impressed.
Jordan, Detroit, and Green
Bay. Yeah, so I mean, Detroit is arguably the best team in football. Even with the loss of Aiden Hutchinson, then bringing in Zadarius Smith. Zadarius Smith, I mean, is just as good. I mean, Zadarius Smith is really,
he's not
really good.
131.
Who's TB anyway? Ain't Tom Brady, is it? Hot take 131. That was funny.
But yeah, I mean, I feel like really they're just so well balanced on offense to where you gotta win in a shootout. And they can score 30 points running the football. They remind me offensively. I mean, you guys are gonna fucking poke at this, but offensively, they kind of remind me of what the 2017 Eagles team, like, to an extent, the way they run the football and go deep with the receivers and big plays on play action and how they can just control the game offensively. They kind of remind me of that a little bit. And defensively, they've gotten better. They're slept on. They're not great. They're middle of the pack. That's good enough. They're good enough defensively to be able to win a Super Bowl. I don't think they have to be a top 10 defensive team, but they can't be like, the worst defensive team in the league, which they're not. So, um, as far as the Packers, yeah, Jordan Love's just been inconsistent this year. I don't know if it was a slow start. He got hurt, injured in the first game of the season against the Eagles, and then missed some games. Has to come back. He's been fighting through injuries all year. The fact that he's getting hurt is not a good thing. Um, and he does put the ball in harm's way, but he is still a good player. So he's still young. Remember, this is his second
playing
starting NFL season as a starter in the NFL. So he's probably gonna still go through growing pains, but he's still a really good player and has the potential to
the last 4 games though.
Yeah, he has the potential to be the best quarterback in that division. All still. So he's, I think they do need a number one receiver. They need a dude. I'm not saying those guys are not good receivers. They are. I think they're better twos. I thought Christian Watson was going to be the number one, and the injuries have just messed him up. And he's not. He doesn't seem to be a complete receiver. I don't think. I don't know. They might still be in the mix because Detroit's going to win in that division. So they have to catch round and still be able to beat Minnesota to be able to still get into the playoffs.
Yeah. Daryl, what you think? I know you're a big Jordan Love guy. You think about the Lions and the Packers?
He was. You were.
Yeah. So I'll start with the Lions. I just feel like they just have everything they need to win the NFC. I felt like this before the game, but this game just showed them that showed me that they can just win any type of game, kind of like what Jordan said. If you need to grind it out, run the ball, they can do that. They can win in a shootout. And they just really, for me, they just show that they're on a different level than the Packers and the Vikings. I add them into that too. I just feel like as long as they stay healthy, and as long as the coaching don't really get in the way, they're gonna win this division. Yeah, and then as far as like the pickup with Smith, I feel like that was key. As like what Jeff said, it's not going to be just replacing what's the name, Hutchinson. But I feel like it fills a big void. Like it does well for that locker room, like with seeing the GM make a move like that, just keeping everyone engaged as far as winning the Super Bowl this year. They feel like the front office is all in, so they're gonna be all in as well. So that was a good pickup. Just with the Packers, I just feel like he just tries to do too much when he doesn't need to. I do feel like he has he has a devil and angel on both his shoulders. The angel is Aaron Rodgers and the influence that he has. And the devil is just Brett Favre and just trying to make a home run every play, and it leads into turnovers. So I feel like he's got to work that out. But I feel like that team has like at least 3 or 4 receivers that can be the number one option every week. Josh Jacobs, he's been balling all year, so it's not like they're limited to options where he has to do everything. Of course, he would just take the foot off the gas and not try to hit a home run every play, and just you take what the defense gives you more. I feel like that would be better, put them in a better position. But I just feel like Lions, they just above class above everyone in that division, and right now everyone in the NFC right now. And again, just another example of them just however the game plays out, they can adjust and put them in position to win. I do feel like in a clutch situation, when it comes down to crunch time against a better team, it could lead to Dan Campbell getting in the way. But I hope they learned a lesson from last year when they were making dumb decisions when they didn't need to, especially in that conference game against the Niners when they had the lead, and of course they just made decisions and ended up going the other way. But I kind of agree with Jordan. I feel like this is the best team in the league right now through 9 weeks, just what they've showed. And it's just all about staying healthy and just doing what they do.
Yeah, I agree with everybody. I think they are the best team in the league through 9 weeks. I also think that they got a lot of players on their team. I'm gonna go to the Packers first. I think that that Love makes bad decisions. I thought he's talented, but he's still making bad decisions. He might need another year before he can get in the MVP conversation, Jeff. But I feel like that he, right now he's kind of they do need number one, like you all kind of said. The running game been doing this thing. LaFleur is a good coach, but the fact is Love got to make better decisions. With Detroit, their defense is still good enough even without it, like Jordan said. They're still getting pressure, just not the sacks though. But the pressure is causing those decisions. So we're gonna see, down the line with some more matchups. But right now, they're my Super Bowl pick, Detroit. I'm sticking with them to get there and stuff like that. But right now, look like it's gonna be coming down to, I don't know who, but Detroit gonna be there at the end. So I don't have really much left to say on that. What we got next, Jeff? No, we got Rams. They beat up on the Seahawks. NFC West showdown. The Rams are coming back. They got the players back. They winning games. So, Daryl, let me start with you this time. And Rams Seahawks, your thoughts on that, bro?
Yeah, man. All year I've been paying kind of close attention to this division for fantasy purposes. I'm gonna start with the Rams. Like they got healthy and saved their season at the right time. Like when Puka and Cooper Kupp was out, there was all this trade talks, but they got healthy. They started playing well, and I said a few weeks ago, I feel like they always will be competitive, which is what they have on offense with quarterback, two receivers, Kyron at the running back, and McVay making the play calling. So, but as long as they got that they're going to be competitive, and they're playing good defensively as well. Their rookie Jared Verse, he's playing well, making plays for him. They did let Trey White go, but I don't think he was really doing much for them. They may have some young guys that can step up to that, but as long as the defense can keep the team at bay, I feel like the offense will still always give them a chance. But even with that defense, they got 7 sacks, 3 picks. I feel like the Stafford and the offense, they had a couple of times to close out the game in the fourth quarter and not let it go to overtime. They kept they left the door open for Geno. And moving on to the Seahawks. I keep saying it's trash. Like it's just frustrating for to watch him play. This is not multiple games now where he has turnovers at the goal line. Like just dumb plays, dumb decisions. And I hate that he leads the league in passing yards because it's just meaningless yards. Like it's like I'm watching the game. Like it's just like crunch, like just like this yard, like plays that are like meaningless is just adding the stat pattern really in a way. Like when he needs to make a play, he's turning the ball over.
Right.
I said it last week that this is the worst team in that division now, the Seahawks. After having a chance to take control of that division, like they started off good. Niners got those injuries, and Rams and Cardinals what started off bad. That was their chance to take control of the division, but now all 3 teams have wins over them in this division, and I said this a few weeks ago. They just kind of stuck in the mud because they paid Geno. He's not the answer, and they don't really have a way to. They need a quarterback now, but they still have him on a contract. So they just kind of stuck until that's over. But I'm proud of the Rams for just not giving up. They stuck with what they have, and now that's going to be a 3-team race now for that division because I feel like the Cardinals, they playing well. They kind of sneaky good. I mean, as far as the overall team, defense and offense. So I feel like they're gonna be in the mix. Niners, they getting McCaffrey back this week. They're gonna make some noise. So that's gonna be like what I thought the NFC South is gonna be. The 3 teams battling out to the end. But the Seahawks, unfortunately, not unfortunately, I don't really even care at this point. But they're just a bad team, and I don't know what they're gonna do moving forward.
All right, Jeff, your thoughts on the Rams and the Seahawks, bro?
3 Seahawks or it was. Yeah, it was a bad Geno game. I mean, it's Geno does lead the league with 2,560 yards, but he's got 11 touchdowns and 10 picks. So it's kind of like you take the yin with the yang. The Seahawks just can't beat the Rams. They're 3-6 against the Rams since 2020, losing their last 3 games to them. It just seems like they can't beat McVay. I don't care if it's McDonald, Pete Carroll, whoever you want to bring up in there. The Seahawks just can't play with the Rams. It's just too much. It's more star power, if you ask me. I had aspirations for the Seahawks to be pretty good. The dual backfield with McCharbonnet, and then you had the other guy, Kenneth Walker III, and then you got DK on the outside. I mean, listen, if you replace him, you could take any quarterback and put him on the Seahawks, they might make the playoffs. Exactly. I mean, really think about it. they got the cornerbacks, they got Witherspoon on the corner, they got the other young corner. They're really sound at some of the most important positions in the NFL. So I just like Daryl said, Geno Smith is just Geno Smith. Like it's the reason he's on this team. The Seattle upper management gave him the money. They're stuck with him for a little bit. They might be able to move him. Please don't send him to Vegas. We don't need that kind of disruption. Just
better than what you got.
I don't even know if that's true. I don't even know, bro. Like I don't even know if that's true. Like he was 3-0 to start, bro. They like 3-6 now. Like,
well, I think a lot of the times too, he gets rushed. He gets a lot of pressure. They can't protect him sometimes. He gets rushed.
He just holds the ball.
Holds the ball. I'd like to see him run more. Like what's going? Run the ball, bro. Take off. Like why not? But back to this game, it was good to see. Look, Cooper Kupp is getting back to what he was usually doing: double-digit receptions, 100-yard games. Stafford's gonna find this guy. Puka was out. I mean, that tandem is actually deadly. But again, Cooper Kupp is facing injury annually. He's injured every year. So how much more of that are they going to do? I think that they can replace Cooper Kupp with Puka. I mean, well, you wouldn't really lose.
You can, but it's just the fact that the two of them combined is unguardable.
Yeah, it is. But you know what? If every season Kupp is going to miss games and you're not going to have him for a full 16, 17, teams have to evaluate that. Like, all right, we're going to lose you for some games. It's like the Sixers. We're going to lose some games, but we're still going to keep them. Like, you're going to lose them games.
I think that was the thought. I mean, the last 2 years, they knew they weren't really. I mean, last year they made the playoffs.
I was already saying they had
the year before that, right? They were in the shitter.
Yeah, but they made the playoffs last year.
And they were kind of in the shitter last year, and they just made a run at the end of the year to where they were able to get healthy. And I think coming into this year, they actually feel like I think they feel like if they are fully healthy,
they deadly. I mean, they got Kyren Williams. He's a fantastic running back. Like I've actually been watching Williams since he was at Notre Dame, so I kind of like had a little bit of view of what he was nice. Like. He's been nice the whole time, And listen, even Cody Parkinson, the tight end, he is not a big name, but he's serviceable in their offense. Like I said, Stafford will find him when he needs to, and McVay is still a fantastic play caller. He's one of the best in the league. He knows how to set the offense up to move the ball and get points. So, that's a good thing for the Rams. Again, if it's not for the injuries, like we said, we're talking about them leading the division, possibly fighting the 49ers for the division. Again, this is probably the most injury-riddled season I've been a part of football in my entire life. I've never seen so many injuries. But, as far as that game, the Seahawks deserve to lose. Geno's trash. He's mid. He's like a box of Black and Milds. I just don't even have any reason why he's a starting quarterback. Like, what's going on, man? But we'll see what the Rams do. They'll get their star starter, second receiver back next week, and let's see if they can.
Jordan, your thoughts on the NFC West matchup?
Yeah, I mean, it's not really too much to write home about. I mean, the Seahawks are the Seahawks. We've said that all year on the show that we have no faith. Yeah, well, you said Toby wasn't.
I said week 4 we wasn't saying that. They was 3.
Week 4. I mean, it just wasn't. It wasn't. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
But I just feel like the Rams, they have the best quarterback in the NFC. They have the best duo, arguably, in the NFL at wide receiver.
You mean like the National Football Conference?
I mean the National Football League.
When you say the best quarterback in the NFC, I just wanted to make sure we were talking about the conference.
Yes, the conference. Yes, he has the best quarter. The Rams have the best quarterback in the NFC. They have the best coach in the NFC. He's the best play caller. So them fully loaded, fully healthy. It's top 5. It's one of the top 6 or 7 skill groups in the league. nobody has two dynamic receivers like they do.
What about the Bengals?
Kyron, and this is better than that because both of them are better. Both of them are better than T. Higgins. Both of them.
I ain't ready to say Puka better.
I ain't ready to say that either.
Wait, hold on. You said Puka not better than T. Higgins?
Both of them are better.
Nah,
both
I ain't ready to say that.
I
ain't ready to say that.
Better than T. Higgins.
Yo, it's good, easy to say that this year because T. Higgins is having a down year, but T. Higgins is full strength.
No,
he can be a number one.
The best duo in the league, Mike.
You're right, just not better than Puka.
I ain't
the
ready to
best
say
duo
that.
in the NFL. I mean, you got Devontae and Garrett right now. That's gonna call you out, but that's the best duo in the league, fully healthy. Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp was a Triple Crown winner. Don't get it fucked up.
Did that Puka break a record too? Like rookie?
Yeah, he broke a rookie record. Yeah, don't get
He's the only receiver.
That was 1 year.
It was 1 year. Like,
you saw he came back first game against the Vikings. Give me that 100 yards. Come on now. Please, boys, like that now. Don't disrespect that, man.
Best quarterback and best wide receiver tandem. That's a hot take right there for me.
No. That's not that. I said he's the best quarterback in the NFC, and they have the best wide receiver tandem in the league. That's what I said.
He's better than Jalen?
Yeah,
who's better than Jalen Waddle? Yeah.
No, Stafford. Is Stafford better than Jalen Hurts?
Yes.
Yes.
You know that?
Yes.
That was a no-brainer. That was low-hanging fruit. That's what that was.
I'm just checking.
That was.
Low-hanging fruit.
Okay. That was. I said he was the best fucking quarterback in the NFC.
I'm just
All right. Like, the man got his ring, you feel me? And he beat the GOAT for that shit too at one point, you feel me? Beat Tom Brady for that shit. Beat the Buccaneers to get to the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
the
defense.
That walk-off touchdown was nice, though.
Let me get into that, man. I think the Rams can win the division, actually. I think they're going to wind up overtaking them. I mean, Seahawks are done. I think the Cardinals are fool's gold. And I think that the Niners won't get it together in time. Niners will make the playoffs, but I think the Rams will win the division. They're about to go on a run. I do think they got all the positions good. The play calling, obviously good. Defense coming together. And I think they just been, kind of biding their time, waiting for the skill position players to come back. I think the win division. Seahawks are who we thought they were. As I always say, they're gonna be in the mud for a long, long time. Not much to really say. My hot take is that NFC West gonna get one by the Rams. In my opinion. And as far as what Jordan said, that's tough. I gotta think of that, man.
Because look, what NFC North? No, he's not. No, he's not the best. I just can't say it yet. I can't bring myself.
He's not better than Brock Purdy. I mean, Brock Purdy's not better than him. So he's not the best. You know what I'm saying? He's better. He's not better than Kyler Murray. He's not better than
Love right now.
He's not. He's better than Jordan Love. Thank you.
He's better than Jordan Love, Daryl.
The turnovers is a problem with Love right now.
He's better. Look. He's better than Jaden Daniels. He's better than Jalen Hurts.
It's yeah.
You might be right.
He's better than Jared Goff.
NFC, you might be
better
right.
than Jared Goff,
and that's rough because Jared Goff is.
How is he better than Jaden Daniels? Besides, leave out the career just so far this season. How is he better?
Hey, listen, can't help that you're the youngin. You listen.
James played 8 games. You can't better than Stafford.
I'm just thinking about this season.
I'm the best. When you line all the starting 16 in this conference, I'm the one. I'm the one. You guys are. You feel me? I'm that guy. I beat Tom Brady. I won a Super Bowl. I'm that guy.
I mean, but his defense was elite when he won a Super Bowl. I don't want to take it away from him, but he did have the greatest defense in the league.
Well, he had the greatest defensive player in the league. Slow down. All right.
That defense was crazy.
It was great defense.
They had Von Floyd. He
has a no-look pass in the Super Bowl clutch time.
Against the Bengals, nigga. Stop playing.
I don't give a shit.
Get Joe Burrow, bro.
The Bengals. Joe Burrow don't play cornerback, linebacker, or DN, nigga.
Listen, hey, bro, listen. The fucking throw, the no-look, and crunch
that was crazy.
Time,
that was insane.
And crunch time was like the Jordan flu joint. Bang. Oh, shit.
Yeah, if Jordan did the flu joint against the Washington Wizards,
like, the Bengals were Super Bowl where they worked that bad, bro.
The defense was terrible. He got more.
Yeah,
He
bro.
was sacked the
To
most in
throw
the
a
league
no
that
look
year too.
pass in the Super Bowl, you need to in the crunch time. You need to have all belief in yourself that you're that guy.
Nah, man, he had been.
And he did that shit. Boom. Boom.
Let me move forward, man.
Like,
all night. Bills Dolphins, man, which was the AFC East. A lot of division games this week. AFC East matchup. Dolphins came to play, but still at the end lost on the kick. Let me start with you, Darryl, this time. Bills Dolphins, man. What you think, man?
I like what I've seen from Josh Allen this year. I feel like the talk is quiet with him. Like he slowed down the turnovers. I feel like he's in the MVP conversation. He's definitely not the favorite, but just the way he's been playing with the lack of household names as far as weapons, and he's still 7-2. I gotta give him credit for that. James Cook, he's still. I think they got another guy too, Ray Davis. So they got two valuable, serviceable options at running, which they didn't have at any point the past couple of years. It's going to come down to if Josh Allen and Amari Cooper can build that connection. Like we saw that with Mahomes and D-Hop. They already off to a good start. If Amari Cooper and Josh Allen can build that connection where they just on the same page, they just go to especially on third down situations, that's going to take them another level and give them a better shot to beat the Chiefs. But it's going to come down to that for me. Defense, they serviceable. They get 27 points against the Dolphins with Tua back. They made plays when they needed to. They gave up 14 points to the Dolphins in the fourth quarter instead of holding tight what they've been doing and be able to finish out that game. But as far as the Bills, they again, I feel like they're under the radar right now. I feel like if turnovers was still an issue with Josh, they would be more talked about. But they kind of flying under the radar until that Chiefs game. That's going to be I feel like that's going to be a playoff type of game. I feel like that's always the case with Josh Allen and Mahomes. That's going to take I'm not going to say that's going to be a number one seed type of effect because they still Chiefs got to lose a little bit more to make that happen. But I like what I've seen with the Bills as far as taking care of the ball, making plays on offense as well. And with the Dolphins, I feel like the Bills has had their number, whether it be on the road or at home. They just can't find a way to beat them. I think the Tua injury just ruined their momentum and their season, really. He came back. They kind of got back to what we saw. Tyreek Hill make some plays. Devon Achane make some plays. But I just feel like that Tua injury to stop any momentum that they had. 2-6 right now. Very tough spot. Damn near got to run the table to be in contention for wild card. But I don't see that happening. I feel like it's a tough situation with Tua because you never know. It's almost guaranteed he's not going to play. It's not going to last a full year. But they gave him the contract. They gave Tyreek Hill the contract. I think they paid Waddle too. So they kind of stuck with what they have until their contract ran out. But for the Bills, I like what they've done so far. But their test is going to be it's kind of like they got lucky. I want to say they got lucky in a way because Dolphins, they had the injuries. The Jets had their trouble, so they really don't have threats in their division like I thought they were going to have in the beginning of the year. But their next test is against the Chiefs. That's going to tell me a lot about the Bills as far as what's going to happen come playoff time for them.
All right, Jordan, Bills Dolphins.
So, I hate that the Dolphins actually lost. They had the chance to win the game. You see the effect that Tua has had on this offense. It's actually evolved. They're getting the run game, which I love. You remember last year, Mostert had 20 rushing touchdowns for Mike. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They had a run game last year, and they had the play action game going. So I like that for this offense. They do need to get the ball into Tyreek Hill's hands a little bit more. It's about time, because Tua is back.
I need that.
But the offense is evolving to where they're not going to throw for 300 yards every game, and I like that. I like that for Tua because you're not putting him in situations every time where he might have to make a play and get out of the pocket and do shit that he don't normally do. And in all transparency, has not shown the capability to be able to sustain to do. You feel me? You need to stay in that pocket. When they sack, go down. When if they come and go down, nigga. Like if you can't
Probably
get up
cheering
out of there,
when he be sliding now.
hey man, listen, if you can't get up out of there in a split second, go the hell down. And if you running, man, go down. Like I would hate to see that shit happen to that man. If that happens to that man one more time, not going wood, man. I pray that shit do not happen to that man, yo. If that dude, ain't no way any team should let that man step on the field no more, yo.
Facts.
That's on real. Like that's real shit. Ain't no way any man should let that dude step on the field no more. But back to the game and shit. Hopefully they can make the playoffs. I would love to see them obviously do that. They have an actually very underrated defense, even though that game was a high scoring game. Their defense hasn't been that bad this year. So I'm interested.
He just couldn't score.
Yeah, so I'm interested to see like how the rest of their season goes. This is the middle. This point right here is where them teams that started off slow that we thought are really good teams or playoff caliber teams we thought gotta start taking a stride like right now. Like if they don't win out next three, like if they don't go on like a 2, 3, 4 game streak, it could be cooked for them. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say it's cooked for the Dolphins, but the Bills are definitely winning that division. They are a Super Bowl contender. I don't even think the addition of I think the addition of Amari Cooper can definitely make them a better offense, but Keon Coleman has gotten better every week. He did have a drop pass last week, and that's been the case for him. He's got to get rid of the drops. Outside of the drops, he's been getting better every week. He's showing them that he can, be a dude for you feel me for Josh Allen. You know what I'm saying? Like and Amari, you might have to, you know what I mean, take the number 2 here. You get what I'm saying? So they did trade him. They did trade what for like a 5th or 6th for that motherfucker anyway. So you know what I mean, right, man? He might be the 2. Like so.
Jeff, your thoughts on the game, bro?
Listen, man. Everything about the Buffalo Bills is about Joe Brady. I mean, and nothing else. Ever since he took over the play calling last year, they've been a more balanced offense. For one, Josh Allen is 12-2 versus the Dolphins. He dominates them. He has 2 interceptions this year. He's 20th, and they're 20th in the league in pass attempts. And the funny part is they're the least sacked team in the league, and they're 4th in scoring with 28 points a game. So, all of that in combination, they're able to run the ball, they're able to throw the ball, so forth and so on. Now, against the Dolphins, again, like I said, he's owned them, and Tua is trying to still get his rhythm under his feet. The Dolphins are done. This week they got the Rams. They're likely going to lose. And then they go, that'll be 2-7. And then, they got a couple games after that. They got like the Raiders, the Jets, a couple bum teams. I might fly down there to see that one, though, just so the Raiders can win. But
they ain't win the last game you went to.
So, like I was saying, bro, where the tree at? It's shade over there. I know it is. But no, like I said, this is all about the Buffalo Bills. Joe Brady took over. They've taken the ball out of Josh Allen's hands, so he isn't making as many turnovers. He doesn't have to throw it as much. He doesn't have to run it as much. They do have a solid offensive line, a very good offensive line. The defense is playing pretty well. They're bending but not breaking. They're doing what they need to do. Yes, they have James Cook, who's a dynamic pass-catching running back, but now Ray Davis is submerged as the power running of the offense. So he's getting touchdowns now. He's wearing defenses down. He's allowing James Cook to go get free. Listen, I think the combination of Shakir is actually the low-key. He's the poor man's Cooper Kupp in a slot. That's all I'm saying. Just in a slot. He plays the slot really well. He gets open. He gets the ball. Josh Allen can get it to him. Coleman, I like him overall. I like his physique. He just isn't there yet. He hasn't given me anything that I wanted to see this season as far as, any aspiration to become a number 1 receiver. They went and got Amari Cooper. Say it again.
They
went and got Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper has been hurt, 2 games now? After his first game, he had the 1 touchdown.
Yeah,
so we really haven't seen anything from that. Listen.
Cool.
This is going to come down to the Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills. The funny part about this is Josh Allen is 3-1 against the Chiefs in the regular season. but over in the playoffs. So I don't care what they do in the regular season. It's all going to come down when December start if he can go to Arrowhead and beat them. Now, look, they might even end up with the best record in the AFC if you ask me, because if they beat the Chiefs might take their foot off the gas at the end a little bit. The Bills will still have something to play for. But again, he just can't beat Pat Mahomes. And I don't think that's going to stop this year either. I don't think it's going to be the year that he does it this year either. But again, a fantastic game by Josh Allen, fantastic season by Josh Allen. He is in the MVP voting. He isn't going to win it, but it's shown the maturity to eliminate the turnovers, giving the team other opportunities to score. Joe Brady he should be asking for a head coaching job next season. Honestly, I don't see how he can stay on the Bills staff calling the plays the way he does. So, great game by the Bills. The Dolphins, again, the Tua thing, it is what it is. We are where we are. Like you said, they probably need to trade Waddle, see if they can get any leverage for him. Hell, they might even need to trade Hill, man. They might be a tradable asset right now.
You want to blow that up? That would blow it up. You got to
They got to, bro. Like, they need more. They need more, yo. And Waddle really isn't even doing anything, really. He's not doing enough for me. Like, I thought that tandem would be one of the top tandems in the league. I know Tua's been hurt, but I thought that would be a top tandem in the league. But Waddle just doesn't get the ball. He doesn't get the ball at all. He doesn't score. He doesn't get yards. So they have to figure something out. They've got too much cap tied up in 3 players. So, they've got to figure that out.
Yeah, Jeff's right, because Waddle's making like $27 million. Waddle's got a big contract, bro, for what he does.
They just got their starting QB back.
Even still, like, it's just.
I think I think they're cooked this year. Obviously,
yeah.
Well, if they lose again, I might even sit to it. Honestly, to be honest with you, but because his injury risk. But I think that maybe it's just a year. Maybe they keep losing. They get a high draft pick. They draft a good defensive player or something like that. So Jeff, they maybe come back with the same squad next year and just be better.
They have talent.
Yeah, they might. I mean, if they want to top 10 pick.
They just ride or die with Tua. Like,
they're gonna have to pay Ackman. They're gonna have to pay one of them running backs.
H-N. Yeah, but he's a running back. He don't cost that much. He'd be all right.
Nah, he young.
But they could draft.
He ain't getting no money though. Yeah, but even if they want to pay him, he ain't gonna be making no $20 million. So
shit, you got 57. You got 70 million tied up in 3 guys already. Like, what do you think? Salary cap unlimited? Like,
he got Wilkinson getting paid on the D line too. So, never mind. Into the Ravens.
They got bread. I don't know, but I don't see why they would blow it up when they choose young Waddle, Tyreek Hill still in his prime.
Get a high draft pick. I wouldn't blow it up yet.
I wouldn't blow it up. Yeah. If they can get a high draft pick and go draft an offensive lineman.
Yeah.
They need 2.
Bills though. Everything else said is true about Coleman, Shakir. I always like Shakir a little bit. We'll see what Cooper does when he gets back. What you said about Joe Grady, what's his name? Joe Grady, Jeff? Yeah. I think he's good too. If the Bills beat the Chiefs, even in regular season, Josh could still win MVP. Especially if he has a great game in that game.
You already said it. Lamar got it by the landslide at this point, bro. He's sliding on everybody.
He do, but
I don't think they're gonna give it to him though, because Lamar? It's back to back. They want to. I don't think they're gonna give it to him. I don't think they're gonna give it to him. That's 3 MVPs for him, and then that's back to back. I think somebody else who's flying under the radar.
Had 3 in a row. It's been done before.
Nah, but they're not gonna let a nigga do it.
Lamar finished the season like he did last year.
They're not gonna let him. They're not gonna let him.
If Lamar keep playing like this, yes, he can win it. But Josh is right there. And again, if Josh beat the Chiefs, it's gonna be something different.
Nobody's talk. Why are we okay? Why is nobody? No, I said why is nobody bringing Jared Goff into the conversation?
He's third.
He don't have
second
no
or third.
Yeah, he ain't got no yards. He got 1,800 yards, bro. Lamar got 2,300 right now. Like, man, he on at least 4,000.
Like that entire team is the reason why they
had 83 yards last week, bro.
Right, that was disrespectful. Like,
three tutties.
I don't care. Under 100 yards? Nah, you kissed my ass.
Three tutties.
He did. But as far as the Bills, I don't agree with you, Jeff, about coming down to the Chiefs and the Bills. I think Baltimore can beat them. They're there to beat them up. I don't think the Bills can beat the Ravens. So I think it's like this 3-team jumbo between the Ravens, the Chiefs, and the Bills.
Well, there was a point where they couldn't.
What happened? What you said? Who?
Baltimore couldn't. I mean, there was a point where Baltimore couldn't beat Buffalo.
And I think it's the other way around now. I don't think
Yeah. Word.
I think it's going to be a problem for them. So it's all about how the playoff seeding
Well,
comes down to.
Facts, because it feels like those teams have now switched places.
Yeah.
Like Buffalo was always that runner up to Mahomes, and it now seems like it might be Ravens and Lamar. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
They're gonna meet up in the playoffs, Bills and Ravens, second week.
But Josh already beat him in the playoffs. You want to know against the Ravens? Josh beat the Ravens.
Yeah, but they weren't. Lamar wasn't that good. Shit.
It was the year he won the MVP.
I think they're better this year. But Lamar's a better passer right now than he was back then.
Yo, Josh Allen can beat the Bills, bro.
All right.
he can beat the Ravens, bro.
All right. Well,
like we haven't even seen him go nuts yet. Like he can beat the Ravens.
And I can, but the Ravens are a better team.
He figured the Chiefs, they're gonna be one. Then the 2 or 3 is gonna be the Bills or Ravens. They're gonna meet up second round. So
yeah. Don't say that yet, Darryl. Hold on. Somebody steal this.
Please don't start talking that. Don't start talking that bullshit.
Come on now.
But y'all might be the dark horse. Y'all the dark horse right now.
Yeah.
Well, I have a sneaky take about them actually. I'm not gonna cap.
About the who?
About the Steelers.
Go ahead.
I think the Steelers are the biggest threat to the Chiefs.
That's true.
I'm with that. For real.
Adding D-Hop, I don't know, man. You just added a premier pass catcher.
That's a nuclear weapon right there.
That's why they call him.
True.
Like Porter ain't gonna be able to do nothing with D-Hop. Like you can
like that deep ball, that deep ball and double coverage.
Don't matter, bro. It's up here, bro. Like he better skill. He knows the game better.
Nah, but the Steelers had the pass rushers. They have their front seven. Forget the secondary.
Forget
their
the Chiefs
front
defense.
Seven. In a playoff game in Arrowhead, they're gonna be ready for the run.
Like that actually is almost like the clash of the two, like the cornerback. They got a lockdown. They got a defensive player on the line that go crazy, scheming, coaching wise. The top 2 coaches in the game. Like
I would love to see Steelers and Chiefs. The Steelers in Arrowhead. Russ has been there before. He's not a rookie.
No,
it's gonna be their biggest threat because of their defense.
What about
their defense?
Yeah, that's why I said the Ravens is garbage.
The Steelers' defense is gonna.
That's why the Bills can eat them. Like they can eat them on defense.
They got cooked by them. We talking about, bro.
That was the first time though. That's running back. Like you get all that tape and you get to see what's going on.
Get the fuck out of here.
That's gonna be a crazy divisional round. Like
it is. It really
crazy.
Yeah, for sure. Moving on, let me get to the Cowboys, man. Falcons, Kirk Cochise beat up on the Cowboys, and they lost. But they also lost their quarterback. The season's probably cooked, man. What's your thoughts about them in that game? Let me start with you, Jordan, NFC East guy.
Yeah, I mean, who cares? I mean, we knew Dallas stunk. We don't have to really talk about them. It is Dallas week, so fuck them. You know what I'm saying? I said on Facebook, fuck the election. It's Dallas week, so fuck Dallas. So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I don't really care.
Yeah.
Falcons are really.
Hopefully, y'all cover that 7.5 that they get.
Yeah, I mean, it's Cooper Rush. I
don't know. Rush cooked a couple. I think like 2 years ago. It's
nah.
It's
we serving Dallas barbecue right on Broad Street. Nigga.
All right, we about to Darryl, your thoughts on the Falcons and Cowboys game, man?
Yeah, for the Falcons, I like how Kirk has settled into the season after starting off, still kind of battling, not trusting that injury. I should say, like just staying still in the pocket. The game kind of being too fast for him, but he's kind of settled down using his playmakers. Darnell Mooney, he's showing out like he's a former number 1 receiver. So when Drake London went down, no issue with him stepping up as the main option. Still keeping Bijan involved. So they definitely got the weapons. Like I said, they're gonna run away with that division. Just based on how the other 2 teams are playing out. Cowboys are the Cowboys. I saw an alert just now. Daki's out over 4 weeks with he suffered a partial ablation of his hamstring. So he's good. They're cooked.
He jumping off the boat.
They're cooked. And CD Lamb, he's hurt too. So yeah, they're done.
Yeah, they said right. You seen that shit on the sideline talking about we suck.
Yeah. So yeah. I mean, he's facts there. So, I mean, they kind of set themselves up for the season. Like they didn't do nothing as far as improving their roster, and now their top two options are down, and they're gonna have to suffer the consequences. And I can't even say this is a good thing because their draft. They kind of hit on draft picks every now and then, but it's just it's not a guarantee that they're gonna make any improvement year to year. The Falcons, again, I like what they see. I like what I saw from Kirk. The defense, they serviceable. I feel like they can be competitive that first week because again, they're gonna host a playoff game by winning the division. So just a matter of who they play that wild card weekend. I feel like they can be competitive based on the matchup. But I feel like second round is their ceiling, just based on the other competition in NFC. But yeah, again, as far as Kirk, like it's kind of crazy how he got hurt after Aaron Rodgers, and he kind of looks better as far as his new situation. So it's gonna be nice to see how. I feel like Kirk, that's another guy that's in a comeback player of the year conversation. Yeah. He has better numbers than Baker, and he cooked Baker 2 times in both times they played him. So I feel like I might put a ticket in for that. So.
By the way, Jeff, Dubs came back. They winning against Celtics now.
How many?
It's 84-82 Warriors.
But you might need to keep an eye on that White ticket for tomorrow for that next game because he got 6 straight games with 3 pointers, and I think he had 13 when I stopped watching it.
That's crazy, bro. But your team won too tonight, by the way.
Yeah, I know. We was beating up. It was a close game. It was Detroit.
What's your thoughts, man, on that? Cowboys?
I mean, listen, Atlanta and the Cowboys. Atlanta's a better coach team. I mean, the Cowboys, they had too many missed tackles. They had the penalties. They had the inefficiency on 3rd down and 4th down, injuries. The boy Tyler Guyton, like 4 penalties. I'm like, what is going on, man? The Cowboys are a ship that's sinking. It is what it is. They are in financial cap hell after the season. I think Dak is like counting 89.9 million against the cap next year, and CD is 35 million. Like that's 120 million on 2 dudes. Like I don't know what's going on with that. As far as the Falcons, though, they're gonna win the division. Kurt's not looking bad at all. I like to see them get Bijan more involved, but he had 18 carries for 95 yards, I think, this game, which is pretty solid. And, teams can run against Cowboys. Drake London with the hip injury, interested to see how that plays out because that'll affect Mooney. Because I think Mooney needs London in order to have the type of games he be having. That ain't gonna work for you. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna finish cooking your ass this week. Don't even worry, bro. The Democrats gonna lose again this week. Don't worry. Democrats are losing again this week, bro. Don't even worry, bro.
Bad week for the Democrats.
Bad week for the Democrats, bro. The Falcons look good though. Like I said, Raheem Morris got the team playing really well. They're surrounding around him. Kirk Cousins might be a really good investment for the Atlanta Falcons, even though it's a plug and stop, maybe 2 years. I hope that Penix is learning a lot from Kirk Cousins. His mobility would be beneficial once he does get in the game. But the Cowboys is trash, man. The Falcons definitely should have beat them. 6-point game, all right, whatever the case may be. Cooper Kupp came in through a touchdown. The Dallas run game is terrible, like it's always been. They had Ferguson was their leading receiver. CD's not really even playing that well either. If they don't fire McCarthy at this season, I don't really know what's going on in Jerry World. Like he must know some dirty secrets or something like that from like the Clippers show or something. Like if he don't get fired this season, you know what I'm saying? So the Eagles gonna win the division, but I just want to see what Dallas does though. Really in this offseason. Like they traded for the young guy from Carolina that they wanted to draft this year. What was his name? Number 17. They traded the other day.
Jonathan Mingo.
So I'm interested to see if they think that's going to be the pairing with CD Lamb going forward. They could have got other receivers for cheaper, like more veteran receivers this year. Would have cost more against the cap, but they went more on the cheaper end to see how next year goes. No team has won the division, 22 years in a row, Mike, NFC East. No same team hasn't won. So, I mean, once the Redskins or the Commanders win this season, we'll figure it out. But that Cowboys game was just more trash. Dak's trash, overpaid trash. He's like FUBU in the garbage. It's just overpaid.
Yeah, the bad thing about it, he's just starting his contract, and he's got 4 years left, so they can't even cut him for years without having a bad cap hit.
It's got to be $100 million cap hit, over 100.
Yeah. So they're stuck with him for years. CD's good, but he gonna be there. I think though, my only take on the game, not a lot to say about the game. Cowboys trash. Falcons won the division. My only take on the Cowboys is they definitely gonna fire McCarthy. They should try to get Ben Johnson or Joe Grady in there.
Brady, yeah. They got two options. They got two.
Belichick. Call Belichick.
Johnson, yo.
No, hell no. Belichick don't do.
Well, never mind. Him and Jerry, that's never gonna work.
First of all, the Cowboys need to address the interior defensive line. If they don't do that this offseason, who gives a fuck who's the coach? Like, let's be for real. Like, teams been running on them like a treadmill, so it doesn't really even matter.
Let me go backwards, man. That was a while ago now, but we did talk about them in the chat. The Jets did beat the Texans on Thursday night, which was a surprise upset victory, actually. Jordan, let me keep you engaged, man. Jets, Texans, man. What you thinking about that, bro?
It was terrible, too.
It wasn't really that great of a game.
It wasn't.
It really wasn't. I mean, the Texans need an offensive line for CJ Stroud. They're missing, obviously, their, two receivers. They're number one, they're number two. And Diggs is done for the year. So Nico said he was set to return, I think soon. I think next week or the week after. So
this week, hopefully.
This week, yeah. So
that's a swing
they got to address that offensive line. I'm surprised that they didn't make any moves for offensive line at the deadline. Try to go look at some of them bottom feeder teams that aren't going anywhere and see if they had any good offensive line play. And they should have made a move, and they didn't. I was a little bit shocked on them, but they're going to be in the mix. Still be able to win the division. Still a good football team. Still only 2 losses on the season, I believe. So 3. This is okay. Yeah. So still a good football team, but they got some work to do. They need to address the offensive line. That's the problem. I think even with the weapons that they do have without Nico or Diggs, if they can protect this kid. They're perfectly fine.
You think the Jets still got a chance after they got a victory?
I think the Jets are still cooked. I think they're pretenders. I think that game kind of got away from Houston. They could not do anything offensively and continue to give the Jets more opportunities. And the Jets ended up finally for the entire season actually took advantage of those opportunities. You feel me? Rodgers this was the best game that Aaron Rodgers had all season by far. You know what I'm saying? That was the best game that he had by far, and it still wasn't a good game.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? The Garrett Wilson catch was lit. You know what I'm saying? That shit was crazy. But like I said, do you guys believe the Jets can make the playoffs?
Well, let's talk to the Jets fan. Jeff, what do you think about the
I got you on this one. So look, the Jets got the Colts, Seahawks, Dolphins, and Jaguars coming up the next 4. They could win all 4 of those, really. They could end up being 6-6 at the end of this thing. Listen, I mean, the Jets. Listen, Hassan Reddick is a game changer. I don't know what people be thinking. Yo, he's a wrecking ball when he's on the line.
They hadn't played too well.
Huh?
I don't know if he's been playing incredibly well.
I think this was his first game, but his
first game. That was his first game.
I think it was his first game. He was lights out though. They had 8 sacks on the Houston Texans.
Quentin Williams, bro.
Which speaks to Jordan's point that the Texans have no offensive line. The Texans are definitely going to make the playoffs. They got a sweet slate the next 4 games. It's like all bum teams like the Dolphins and all Colts and all the teams in their division. So they're still going to win the division. The Jets, like I said, they could make the wild card. Rodgers had 3 touchdowns. That's probably first time in maybe 2 years he had 3 touchdowns, maybe even 3 years.
Longer than that.
Still hasn't had a 300-yard game in 3 seasons. I don't really know what's up with that, but you know what I'm saying. It is what it is. As long as he get in the end zone, that's all that really matters. He'll be the scapegoat of this season anyway, though. He got the coach fired. He got all his players that he wanted. He got everybody. If they don't make the playoffs, it's all on him. I feel bad for Devontae Adams. He might be stuck in New York for at least another season, especially if Rodgers decides to hang it up after the season. He could be stuck there asking for a trade next year to get out of there because I don't even see they have a salvageable quarterback option behind him. Breece Hall ran really well in this game. He had 74 yards, ran 5 yards carry. I don't think they give him the ball enough. I think they're trying to create some sort of balance with him and Allen. Just give Breece Hall the ball. He's a top back, if you ask me. He's physically gifted. He's talented. He gets the things done. But this game, like Jordan said, this game was a snoozer. I really could have went to sleep on this joint. It was a Thursday nighter, which kind of debunked the trend of Thursday nighters being barn burners. This one was trash.
And that was supposed to be a good game.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a good game. But I mean, due to injuries and things like that. Listen, my concern with CJ Stroud is these hits, they're gonna add up. They could end up costing him some time. So, we've got the rest
of
the
Davis Mills. They got Davis Mills. Remember Davis Mills? Look at the backup. Remember?
No. That's how bad he was. No, we don't remember that guy at all. Collins is set to come back. We talked about this week, but he'll probably come back in 2 weeks. Diggs done for the season. I don't know. Tank Dell obviously just isn't your number one option. He just doesn't have it all to be that number one guy. But like I said, I'm concerned for CJ Stroud, man. That's a lot of sacks in the last 2 games, man. I think it was like over 10 sacks in the last 2 games. Plus under pressure, he's like under pressure, he's like 27% like possible turnover. With no pressure is like 15%. Damn near double. So, there's something we got to keep an eye on. If you can't get him a line, no one can play without an offensive line. And we'll continue to see how Houston maturates throughout the rest of the season.
Daryl?
Yeah, I start with the Texans. As far as CJ, I don't want to say I feel bad because they are still 6-3 and in a good spot, but just based on the year he had last year and the offseason moves they made, I thought I was going to feel better about their team just at this point in the year. But injuries definitely played a role. He's running for his life every game, doing what he can. Other than Saquon, kind of what Jess said earlier, Joe Mixon, he's another big pickup with all season. Like this, the number he's putting up week in and week out, he's done well for them. It's just a matter of getting as healthy as possible. Tank Dell, he showed what he kind of showed last year. 6 catches on 126. Just need to get their number one guy Nico back. They still have. I even saw Robert Woods out of nowhere. I forgot they had him making plays. So they still got some guys that could be serviceable on the offensive side, but the offensive line is just going to come down to that. I do feel like that's going to keep them under the top tier as far as the 3 teams. What kind of Mike said with Chiefs, Bills, and Ravens. Just that offensive line and him running for his life, that's going to limit the possibilities. As far as the Jets, I feel like too much damage has been done as far as making the wild card. I feel like 7 losses is going to be the cutoff for the AFC. So it kind of just limits their room for error. This was kind of Rodgers, I won't say best game. Started off slow, but second half he was vintage. Got Garrett and Devontae involved. Same time that both of them made key plays to win the game. It's just a matter of Breece Hall. Like they say I watch every pregame. Like they say they main focus is running the ball, get Breece involved, but as soon as the game plays out, you go away from that. I don't know what it is. Like Breece has all the talent in the world, and even Braylon Allen, he's talented as well. So I'm not sure why they maybe due to the alignment to the offensive line, not trusting the run and maybe trusting Aaron and the receivers more.
He need to get a little bit more
at the line.
That motherfucker need to get a little bit more stamina. He keep breaking runs, getting caught at the motherfucking one.
True.
Maybe he has more touchdowns. If his ass was getting fucking caught at the one.
True.
He'll probably lighten up in the off season as far as his week.
Nah, he'll the parlay ban list. I told you.
Why?
What?
Yeah, trust me. I've been seeing this.
Yeah, for touchdowns is probably
sure, bro.
Trust me.
Even yards too.
Trust me, I know. I've been getting the single digit games from Breece week in and week out. So trust me, I know.
So, your decision making. Besides that one tight end thing I gave you, 7% of whatever winners you had, bro. You're me off, bro.
Especially the pickles, bro. What the fuck?
Oh my god!
I'm 500 in pick. I told you I ain't finishing last. But we'll get to that.
Yeah, you
finished last. But with the Jets, I just feel like too much damage has been done, and for the Texans, they just I want to say lucky they in one of the weakest divisions in the league. So they had nothing to worry about as far as anyone kind of catching up to them. I do feel like they offensive line again is going to keep them at a tier lower than the other top 3 teams in AFC.
Yo, with Houston, man, they're going out in the first round. I mean, I know they only got 2-3 losses, but
think so.
First round.
They going out.
Wowzers. Hot take. Really?
Yeah.
Facts. I know. Trust me.
That might be Toby.
I think it is Toby. So they're going to the first round.
That's crazy.
But there's a tier under, those teams. Even the Steelers now. I think the tier under us too right now. And I think they're going out in the first round. But
you said Steelers going out in the first round too?
No, I said I think
never that.
I heard him say Steelers in the first round. I was like, that's normal.
No. But we all know what the problem is. Got to get offensive line. D'Amico is a good coach. I think they stole Mixon from Cincinnati, man. I don't know how the damn go. He been balling for real. But when you get the receivers back, I think they'll still be good. They got a weaker schedule right now, but I still think that the other teams are just better than them this year. You know what I mean? So we'll see to them. With the Jets, man, I hope they do stay relevant. Hope they do stay to the end, at least, makes for good TV, good shows for us to talk about.
I guess.
But
Giants damn sure ain't.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, though, they were more balanced in that game.
Man,
it wasn't good play calling, but I want to see Devontae. He wasn't happy before.
He got a touchdown.
Yeah.
He went from 1, 2, and 5 team to another. Come on, bro.
Well, I mean, I am happy that he got out of purgatory.
Yeah.
He in purgatory. They the little brother of New York. Like
that's the black hole.
The Jets are the little brother of New York.
Bro, you see how happy he was? He was smiling. It was Christmas Day, bro.
He's got transferred to a different jail. That's all.
I bet you he transferred to a different jail. He in Leavenworth right now. Not his maximum security is relaxed.
This nigga had it looked like it was pictured in elementary school. He was smiling. Bro, I never seen that.
The worst situation.
The
Jets the next week.
The Jets, I don't know, bro. The Jets is like, I don't know, bro.
They're terrible.
Anyway,
it's your team, nigga.
The Jets?
Yeah, your other team. Yeah.
Yo. Don't let Mike convolute your mind start saying all this crazy shit.
You got 100 teams.
Hold on, bro. Hold on, bro. I've been moving to one team my whole life.
Nigga, you be like the Saints, the Jets. I know the fuck you like.
I just thought they was a good team. They was gonna win. I just felt like they was their resume was formatted for success.
That was just a shot.
He missed it. I know.
He missed it. Yeah, I
heard it.
One team, my whole life.
I feel bad for you, but speaking of that bum ass team, the Raiders, they did get smoked by the Bengals this week.
Got smoked, man.
Yeah, and the Bengals were not a good team either. But
the Bengals gonna make the playoffs,
right? They should.
I
would hope, but
what's your thoughts on your team in that game? I guess.
Nothing, man. We got to rebuild, man. We just got to start from the top up. You see, we bought in North Turner's son, Joe Philbin. We bought in a whole bunch of different coaching staff.
North Turner.
North Turner.
They fired like a couple other coaches too.
I was gonna say, I mean that your take is real 360 from beginning of the year.
I mean, I'm looking at the numbers, mama. Like, I ain't crazy.
We told you that we.
I said we could have finished second in the division, and we could have. I think signing Gardner Minshew was a bad decision, and starting him was bad.
Yeah, okay.
We had Devontae. We had number one receiver.
And you wanted AOC to be the starter.
I did. He's hurt right now too. If he wasn't hurt, he would be playing.
Well, and he'd be losing.
And if you say so. I mean, Nick Foles is still the greatest Eagle quarterback ever. I'm just saying. I want you to know that. Like, it was just look. The Dolphins, the Bengals look good. Joe Burrow looked pretty good. They're gonna run the ball with Chase Brown, which is good for me. I'm gonna run. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna do numbers on Darryl this week. When I trash him in fantasy, like I've been. It's just, they got a good situation. T. Higgins, I think T. Higgins is going to take his time coming back because he is on that tender tag or that tag or whatever. I don't think he's in a rush to come back, but I think
he's chilling.
Yeah, he's chilling. I ain't risking it. Yeah, he like, I ain't risking it. Mike Gesicki played really well. He's been around the league. He played really well against us.
Picked him up.
Picked him up.
Needed him to do something.
He's been like their second receiver damn near.
Yeah. Only a couple games though, not a whole bunch, but he's been playing really well recently, especially with T. Higgins out. The defense is still something I question about them. I don't really know. Ever since they lost Dax, I just don't know if they've had any corners that I feel like the team's down. But it was a good game by the Bengals. And like I said, next year or this offseason, I'll be telling you guys that we're gonna finish second in division again.
Yeah, I'm sure you will.
Y'all bringing back AP?
You gotta get Shedeur.
Nah, we gotta fire him.
Fire him.
I think we gotta fire AP.
Man, tank for Shedeur, man.
No,
stop trying to win.
We're not gonna get Shedeur because Shedeur and Deion said they gotta come as a package.
No, Deion's not leaving Colorado.
Deion said they going as a package, bro.
Bro, Deion needs to chill.
All right. They're going as a package.
Deion needs to relax.
He's trying to extend this pushing his son forever. He's trying to coach his son forever.
He's trying to sell some Bronny shit. Like first,
he said they're going as a package.
Like,
nah, the Raiders not just gonna take him as a coach.
First of all, Tom Brady is the partial owner, so that connection is already there. Everything.
You want Deion Sanders as the head coach? And
no, I'm not saying he could be the head coach. I think he could be a coach or something involved, but not the head coach.
No, I doubt. I doubt that Deion Sanders will go to an NFL team and not be the head.
I mean, I forgot he coached how many NFL players?
He's been the head coach on every team he's been coaching so far.
He's not coming to the NFL doing that. Bro.
And he's Deion Sanders. He ain't
taking a backseat role.
Yeah. Like, what are you talking about, bro? Yeah,
bro. Just like they won with Florida State.
This ain't Joe Brady
is not
or Ben Johnson.
Bro.
I'm prime time.
I believe
your mama knows who I am.
Listen. I believe he's comfortable passing his son off to an organization where Tom Brady is at the helm.
Right. Okay. So
the
package. I'm saying there's no point for him to be here. It should just be Shedeur. Facts.
Yeah, like he might come and be a special advisor or some sort of coach or something.
No, stay in Boulder.
You might work.
You know what though? Deion ain't stupid, man. He ain't gonna win in Boulder without Shedeur leaving.
Not like they not recruiting. They be losing 5-star recruits like every month now.
Yeah, so they're gonna be a bad team without Shedeur.
Nah.
Fuck out of here. You know it, bro.
They going I ain't going. I wouldn't say that because I wouldn't underestimate him on that because he gonna get
He gonna get some recruits.
He gonna get some recruits. Some recruits.
He lost some.
The way they do things.
But what they're playing now, he's earning recruits like 6 wins.
This year, bro.
He couldn't get that shit at all.
Recruits. Bro, he's gonna get a quarterback. He's gonna be able to get a quarterback.
Hunter, he's gonna lose Hunter, Travis, and Shedeur.
No, bro. All them Florida kids going to play for Prime in Colorado.
Bro, they're going. He's gonna still get recruits, bro. He's still gonna get recruits.
Y'all must not be reading all the stories. It's too much. They saying it's wild up there. Niggas gambling, strippers, all kind of shit. Like Warren Sapp watching fights on video between
coaches. Like that shit is happening at any other school. Like, you feel me? And these young niggas got. But millions now, like
too much notoriety.
Let's bring the strippers to the dorm room. We don't gotta go to the strip club. Facts.
Too much notoriety.
Yeah, it's going down everywhere, bro.
He's not.
Yeah, what do you mean?
He's gonna be terrible.
At this point, bro. What was I gonna say? Like, he only coached Shedeur, JSU. Now Colorado. Bro, I don't know who else he can coach, but
they're still gonna get talent, bro.
Okay.
Like because of like it's still like you're forgetting like it's him. He's the attraction.
I get you.
He's the attraction. You feel me?
But when they start looking at the records year to year of Colorado, they're gonna be like, "Yo, they're
having a great season this year. It's just under the radar because nobody's talking about it. They're having a great season. They're ranked. Yeah, they're winning.
What they rank?
24.
They're like 20.
24.
I think they're like 20, 21.
Check the numbers. They 24.
All right.
I don't know. But anyway.
But they're,
But me back to the who's we gonna talk about the Raiders?
We don't care to talk about.
Yeah, man, we can not even. Why you even put this on the joint? Even I'm saying that, bro.
All right, what about the Bengals in the game too?
I don't give a fuck about the
Let me move forward then, man. What time is it? We got 2 minutes.
I got my lock. Oh, 2 minutes.
You know what? I'm gonna skip 2 minutes, real. Those games are bad too. Man.
Yeah, all of them terrible.
I just didn't. Yeah, what's your lock, Jordan?
Anytime touchdown, Mr. Touchdown himself, Christian fucking McCaffrey. He's coming back against Tampa. Tampa's defense stinks. 2 tutties for CMC on Sunday.
2 tutties?
2. That's
Two.
wild disrespectful.
2
I got
tutties.
Vikings minus 4.5 over Jags. That's a lot.
Cinema.
Vikings 4.5 over Jags.
Yep.
Mike.
I got I had a shit earlier. Hold on. It was
Just play the anytime touchdown. No, not 2 touchdowns.
No. It's over under. I like or whatever. Actually, it's Lions Tech. No. It was who just.
Yo, that's gonna be a great game Sunday night.
What?
Lions and Texans.
Lions and Texans.
Yeah, was that on your pick'ems?
We just talked about how the Texans can't even protect.
Oh,
That might be a
sorry.
blowout, actually.
Dolphins.
Game.
Especially with Smith first game.
It's lost to the Jets.
What's supposed to be a game?
Dolphins Rams over 50. I'm thinking over in that game. Dolphins.
Okay.
That's gonna be high score.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay. Yeah, 25-25. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I can see that.
That's my lot. All right, Jeff, what's up with the pick'ems, bro?
So last week we had So last week on the pick'ems, me and JB, only undefeated dudes here. We had the Lions, the Vikings, and the Titans. Only reason I picked the Titans because I picked their defense up on fantasy. That was the only reason. Otherwise, I wouldn't have done it. So Daryl had the Lions, Vikings, Patriots. Just told you what Jordan had. Matter of fact,
Rick May almost came through.
yeah, whatever. Mike had the Lions, Vikings, and the Patriots too. Toby picked the Lions, the Packers, and the Patriots. So after 9 weeks, Mike's still running amok on us. He's 23-9.
That's crazy.
Jordan is 21-11.
Why is it crazy?
He had the 3-0 week.
I'm just hating.
Me and Toby both tied at 19-13. And Daryl, bring them old couch covers out the basement, bro. At 16-16.
Don't worry, the comeback started now. Don't worry.
Yeah, me and Jordan in the battle, man.
Ain't nothing you coming back.
Hold on, bro. You said I was 3-0?
Yeah, you had the Vikings, the Lions, and the Titans.
Wouldn't I be 22-6?
No, because you was only 18-11.
I thought I was 19. Fuck.
Nah.
I send them every week, so you.
No, I know. I know.
That's this week. He sent Jeff Cardinals. I'm sorry, not Jeff. Jets Cardinals.
Yeah.
Giants and Panthers and the Dolphins.
That's kind of tricky. You picked
all of them tricky. This is what I wanted.
Yeah,
I wanted all the I ain't want none of the obvious.
I'm not waking up for that bullshit at 9:30.
Hey. What's one? Who played 9:30?
I'm
Giants,
beat
Panthers,
up regardless.
and Germany.
Yeah, come on, man. Another fucking dumbass Germany game.
Nah, it's in Germany. Just the first Germany game, ain't it?
Well, whatever. You know what I mean. It's just 9:30. Like,
go ahead, Daryl.
Cool.
Man, give me Cardinals, Giants, and Rams.
Clips and Sixers. Tune in. Come
in. Got 4 minutes.
Yeah, 4 minutes. Yep. PG.
I'm gonna watch that too.
You going this first? This time, Jordan. I went first last week.
Go ahead, Jordan.
Well, no. I don't trust you. Go ahead.
No, you got to go first because he's leading. So,
well, what the fuck?
I went first last week too.
He's leading the whole thing. He goes last. That's how I go. You win and you go at the end. You think you gonna steal his picks?
Shit.
We can alternate. I'm cool with that.
No. It's okay. You said the rules. It's all right. I'm gonna go with the Jets. I'm gonna put my faith in the fucking dumbass Jets. The Giants.
Shit too.
Yeah, but goddamn, the Giants. Yeah, like there's no way. Bryce Young might not even make it.
He just beat the Saints.
He might not make it. He might not make it to the game. Defensive line, Brian Burns. Remember it. Sack. Play him for a fucking sack.
That was a revenge game too. Oh, yeah.
They traded that motherfucker. I'm gonna go with who's home? Who's home in that Dolphins?
Rams.
The Rams home.
I'm gonna go with the Dolphins.
Wow.
That's what I wanted. All right, cool. I'm gonna go with the.
What up? What you doing about the Giants game?
I said Giants.
Oh wow, you wild.
Yeah. Malik Neighbors anytime touchdown.
Toby, drop yours somewhere, Toby.
The Jets and the Cardinals are the hardest one actually out of this whole thing to me.
All these are hard, bro.
I thought the Dolphins and the Rams.
I don't know about that at all.
Dolphins and the Rams is the hardest one. That was the Giants was the easiest one.
Wow. Giants just beat the Commanders and the Panthers.
Where's that Jets game?
The Saints are trash.
Cardinals home.
Cardinals home. Oh man.
Shit! I didn't ask that.
You still got time. So what you want to do? Think about it while he goes.
I know it's tough. It's tough. Shit.
And that's a 4:00 game. That's a 4:00 game. Then it's just 1:00 there.
I had to get my bag on this one. I was like, yo, we taking too many easy ones. Let's go ahead and
I'm
get
gonna stick with the Jets. The Jets.
Cardinals game is tough, man.
That's just a nasty game.
All three of these are nasty games. Like the Giants and Panthers, I couldn't even figure out what to. I'm like, oh,
that's easy. I'm gonna go Jets to Giants, but I'm gonna go Rams though. So I'm gonna go Rams on that. Because I think Rams gonna win the division. So
that could be a tiebreaker.
Yeah, it's a tiebreaker. Dolphins and Rams. Yeah, I got Rams.
I'm definitely gonna go Jets because I don't think Marvin Harrison is getting off on Sauce or Reed. Neither one of them.
Sauce having a bad year.
I'm gonna go.
So is Marvin.
True. I think I might go Panthers, man. I like the way Hubbard. I like the way Hubbard playing. The Giants just lost. Mm-hmm.
That shit's getting shut down.
You think that niggas is trash, and I'm definitely going Rams.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, hell of a show, gentlemen, as usual. Appreciate you guys.
No interruptions.
No interruptions this time.
There was some interruptions. Nigga shit kept flashing out. Yeah.
Well, you know, niggas keep calling me and shit.
Got you back in the building. We'll be back next week. Talk about our fantasies, outcomes. Talk about football. Talk about our outcomes here. I want to thank everybody for being on the show. Jordan, Jeff, Daryl. Thank you all for watching. Please like,
appreciate
comment,
y'all.
Appreciate y'all. See you next week. Peace.
The sponsorships. Call us with sponsorships. Sponsors.
All right.